Hi guys, it's Fiona here. Today I'd really like to introduce you to a dear friend of mine and a very gifted woman. Uh, she's got lots of gifts and she's going to be sharing with you today what she's inviting you to, her workshops in Queensland in the coming 2 months. So welcome Marisa Moore, and tell us about the Marisa Moore method.
Hi Fiona, thanks for having me here. The Marisa Moore method is a process of connecting to your divinity, connecting to spirit around you. It's a process of uh, really a healing process as well through the use of art and meditation, dance, laughter, tears. It's a it's just a complete dive into really what's going on with ourselves at the present moment. And it comes out in a beautiful piece of art. The process is we start the day with a beautiful meditation. I take everyone through how to connect with themselves and connect with the divine and the spirit around them. We invite those around them to come in, and then we jump into the drawing process. So teach everybody how to use soft pastels and how to create a beautiful background using different colors that they're drawn to. And then we move on to actually bringing through their guide. And that's just creating a face. I explain the difference between a masculine eye and a feminine eye, the same with the lips, the masculine face, because a female's got a much finer face than what a male does. And then from there, once we've finished our amazing pictures, we go through the process of actually communicating with the guide and the energy and writing down messages. So it's amazing.
That's wonderful. I love it. Last year, guys, we had Marisa up here. We had 10 beautiful women in Vintner's Secret Vineyard in Childers. And she held a beautiful al fresco spirit guide workshop there. And just, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but just behind me, I'm not an artist by any means. I throw paint at walls. That's as much as you'll get from me. I love it, but I'm not a fine artist. And yet, Marisa took us all through this method of the masculine eye, the lips, and it was it was such a journey, and it was a profound journey. It was like a deepening with myself. And this is clearly an aspect of myself on paper. So it was it was fun. It was informative. Marisa actually did a reading of everybody's work. But what I loved the most was she empowered people to find out initially what that message and who these people were to themselves, which is just, it's all about self-empowerment now, going within, deepening, as Marisa and I have talked about many times. Marisa, can you tell us a little bit about some stories, experiences that people have gone through in your workshops?
Yeah, I can. Yours is amazing, Fiona. It just shows how potent you are and how connected you are to the divine and the light, which I really loved. Other people, I've had a mother and daughter attend one of my workshops, and a few days after the workshop, I actually got a phone call from the mother, and she couldn't believe what she was seeing in her daughter's drawing. She could actually see her wounding, and was really, really amazed uh, at that. She just couldn't believe the process and what it really brought out for her. And she was very grateful for the experience. I've also had, it's amazing what comes through. So I've had messages come through for a particular drawing that was done. I could hear the Lion King being sung, and I was like, okay, so what's the connection with the Lion King? And I was told that it was it was reflecting this person's insecurities around him being a father, because he'd lost his father when he was very, very young. His dad wasn't in his life. So this gentleman has just become a new dad for the second time. And that was really what he was experiencing. And the guide and the energy has come through to really support him and express that it's time for you to heal the past experiences and the previous experiences that you've had with your own father, so that he can step into, you know, who he's really meant to be as a father. Yeah, it's and that's why I love doing what I do, because everyone has a different story and everyone has a different experience. And the process, it's not just about art, it's about healing.
That's so gorgeous, Marisa, and it really is. Everybody at the workshop last year had a unique experience, and some brought through like a relative. Like one woman, it was her brother. Another was drawing something from somewhere else entirely. That young girl, do you remember the young girl? She kind of, but
yeah,
it was amazing, and she was very tuned in naturally. And she pulled through some kind of alien sort of being. But it was so much fun, and it was really light, and it was a mixture of everything. So let's now talk about your workshops coming up in Queensland very soon. Tell us about them. And guys, the links are going to be below this video, so you won't miss that. But just talk to us about where you're going and what you're doing when.
Sure. I'm in the Lotus Garden in Brisbane. I think that's the 22nd, if I just double check. Yeah, the 22nd of April. We're going back to the Lotus Garden in Brisbane. We had such a great time last year. So there's availability for 10 people. It's a full day workshop. So I've actually extended the workshop a little bit because people were finding that they needed a little bit more time to actually process the information that was coming through. So we now finish at 4 o'clock, which just really enhances the experience. And then on the 1st of June, we're heading to Mullaney, which I'm very excited about. And again, that's 10 people can attend that one. And also at your beautiful bush retreat in Boompa, if we have enough people showing interest, we'll be returning up your way, Fee.
Yes, we just got to work out the dates, and I will put this out on Facebook and various places. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing you again, Marisa, and giving you a great big hug. And before we go, I just want to acknowledge this beautiful image you told me you did a few days ago, and it's a warrior woman. And it reminds me of putting the full armor of God on, which we've talked about numerous occasions over the past few years, haven't we? Putting on the full armor of God, and women stepping into their every aspect of themselves, the strength, the warrior within, because we women do have that warrior aspect of us. And I just really want to appreciate that image next to you. I think she's gorgeous. I really do. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Fiona.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today. And I'm sure you're going to be, again, naturally very popular as you were last year. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Guys,
looking forward to it.
Thank you for listening and watching thus far, guys. If you're interested, get in touch with me. I'm going to put all the links below for Marisa Moore and the Marisa Moore method. Don't miss it. It's fantastic. Also, just before I finish, Marisa also has her art studio in Warburton, Victoria, and she takes commissions. So if you can't get here, or you're in Greece, like I've got so many friends over in Europe and in America, you can commission Marisa. They send a photograph, don't they, Marisa? Is that right?
Yeah. They send a photograph through, and I do ask just for their date of birth, and I work from the photo.
Beautiful.
I give them a beautiful reading. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then sorry, carry on.
Sorry. I was just going to say, once I finish the drawing, I just do a Zoom with the person, and I introduce them to their guide, and I go through the reading with them.
Beautiful. So it's a whole session involved.
Yeah,
That's so lovely.
it is.
So guys, if that rocks your boat, come on board. You're very welcome. And let's connect again soon. And thank you for listening. Lots of love to you all. And let's put on the full armor of God. Bye.